Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, is the language of web pages. It's instructions your web browser uses to lay out and display a web page. One thing we should realize is that HTML is not programming. Real programming languages like C++ or PHP have variables, control structures, loops, and lots of other features. HTML is just relatively simple markup and layout instructions about displaying web page content. An HTML page is just a text document. You can write HTML in any simple text editor like Notepad on the PC or TextEdit on the Mac. You might be asking, how can it just be a text file when web pages have images and videos in them? The answer is a web page arrives in kit form like IKEA furniture, with all the HTML files, image files, and other elements required. The HTML file contains instructions which tell the browser when and how to assemble all these elements to build up the finished page for you to see. HTML instructions are called tags. These tags are enclosed in left and right angle brackets to separate them from the text content of the page. Let's look at an example. Here is some example text. We can put the P tag in front of it to tell the web browser to treat this as a paragraph of text. We also need to tell the browser where the paragraph stops, so we use this /p notation. The slash character means end of, in this case, end of paragraph. The P tags surround the text, telling the browser to treat this as a paragraph of page content. But some tags require more information. For example, if you're making a clickable hyperlink, it's not just enough to say this text is a link. You need to tell the browser where the link should take us. We can supply additional information to the browser using an attribute. An attribute goes inside the angle brackets of the starting part of the tag. Each attribute is set to equal a value, and that value is always inside quote marks. So in general terms, it looks like this. You can see this tag has an attribute which has value. This value will tell the browser to do something specific when reading this instruction. Let's look at a real example using an attribute. The A tag or anchor tag creates a clickable hyperlink. Let's add a hyperlink inside our existing paragraph of text. So we've put an anchor tag around the words museum shop to tell the browser that these words are a clickable link. But it wouldn't know where to send us. We need to add an attribute. The attribute for a link destination is hyperlink reference or href. The value for href is the name of the destination we want to go to when we click the link. Now we've set a destination for our link, and the browser knows where to go when a user clicks it. Just one thing, you can't just make up attributes. The valid attributes for different HTML tags are set as part of the HTML language. In other general HTML rules, your HTML instructions should be in lowercase. So these are the fundamental general concepts of HTML. HTML files are text documents containing instructions for browsers about how to display the content. HTML instructions are called tags. Tags appear inside angled brackets to separate them from other content. Most tags require a starting and an ending part. If the browser needs more information to make a tag work, it can be supplied using an attribute which is set to a value. These are fairly simple and logical general rules, and you should become comfortable with these concepts before you start learning specific HTML instructions.